On episode 06 of Luke Who's Talking, I'm going to talk about Luke, not me, spilling some drinks, spending a fortune on a pen, and seeing someone taking a wizzle. Welcome back to another edition of Luke Who's Talking, and I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying these interesting, I don't know, I hope you're enjoying these stories. Anywho, now let's get into the first story. So a few weeks ago, it was my brother's birthday. He had, I don't know how old he was, 30 and change. Anywho, so we went out we had a surprise party for him. So we went out and, went wherever we went and had a surprise party. So it was a nice time. It was a great night. Anywho, so somebody there, his name is Luke, not me. He spilt some drinks, unintentionally, I will point out, unintentionally. Now, the situation or how it happened was very much something you would see in a movie. I'll tell you that. It's very much something you'd see in a movie. So what happened was he had his left arm, on the back of his wife's chair. And he was there talking. And he got into a situation where he felt that he needed to lift up his left arm. Did I say left? Or I feel like I said right before. But anyway, he had his left arm over the back of his wife's chair. He was talking and he lifted up his left arm. And in doing so, it went back and it hit the tray of drinks the waitress was the waitress was carrying, and then she was wearing the tray of drinks. So she sort of tried to catch it against herself, but she did manage to catch all of it, and some spilled, and there was glass on the ground, and there was beer on the ground, and there was various beverages on the ground. Luckily, none of them were mine. It was just... It's really something you'd see in, what's a lame movie, like National Lampoon's movie. Chevy Chase would do it. Classic Chev. But it is most definitely something you would probably see in a movie. And, poor girl, poor waitress. I really do feel sorry for her, actually. And I was sitting on the other side of the table, so it all happened, unfolded pretty much in front of me. And she did sort of say to herself a naughty word. You could tell she sort of went, It was amusing, yet unfortunate for the poor waitress. I've got to say, I do feel sorry for her. But then the rest of the night was like a real ongoing joke of, make sure you keep your hands on the table, Luke. Oh, make sure, whenever there was drinks around, he had his hands clasping his elbows, to his elbows, or was holding onto his forearms or something like that, so he wouldn't move his arms around. He would move his arms around, but yeah, that was a highlight of the night, probably. Geez, that makes it sound like it was a really lame night, but it was most definitely one of the highlights. Let me ask you a question. How much is too much to spend on a pen? Or how much is the most amount you've ever spent on a pen? Because I bought a pen and it cost me $23. I spent $23 on a pen. Yeah, $23 on a implement of writing. And it's the best thing about the pen is it makes a real nice, good, solid click. Really, that's probably about all. It's not outstanding. It is made of stainless steel, and I can unscrew it and take the cartridge out and replace the ink cartridge when it's empty. So I can do that, and I can replace the ink in it. So the pen body or the pen chassis theoretically should last me indefinitely, really. I suppose you could say it probably should last me indefinitely, but is it really worth $23? These are the tough questions you have to ask yourself. Why did I buy it? Well, I bought myself a diary to write in, and I've written it a couple of times, and I thought I need a pen to write in this diary. So I got myself a pen when I bought the diary, and I thought, I would like a nice pen. I wasn't exactly thinking, I'll get a $23 pen, but I got myself a $23 pen in the end. So did I spend too much on the pen? Maybe did I spend not enough on the pen? It wasn't the most expensive pen at the shop. I will tell you that for sure. Where I got the pen from, it wasn't the most expensive one at all. Now, what sort of pen did I get? Well, to be specific, I got a Parker. I got a Parker Jotter. The pen is. It's a Parker Jotter. Parker, very well renowned, I suppose, for suave pens, established in 1888. I've got the box in front of me so I could read that. But you got a Parker pen. It's a nice pen. It's got a very solid click. If I had it handy, I'd give it a click for you. I bought it and I thought, and after I got back home, I was like, it's a nice pen. However, is it actually worth $23? What have I done? Why did I spend $23 on a pen? But, it's in the past. It's done. It's spent. And I've had it for maybe 2 months, or a month at least. And I've had it for a while, I'll just say that. So I'm too far in to take it back. I can't take the pen back now. I've used it. We're too far in. This next story, it's not really a very fun story. It's just a bit of a quick, have some public etiquette. Where I live, up the road, there is a little sort of, it's not an alley, but it's like a little pathway that you can get from the footpath of the street. You can walk down in between two houses and get to some park area. And near this particular entrance, there is a bus stop. One day, I was riding along the street. I was riding up the street on my bicycle. It was probably 2:33-ish in the afternoon. So, late. Is that late or is that mid? That's probably mid-afternoon. Anywho, I was just cycling up the road. Anywho, so I had a look down the alley just because you're looking around. I'm going to call it an alley. Just because you're looking around, seeing what's going on, seeing if there's any cars, etc., etc. So I had a quick glance down there and there was somebody down there. That's fine. However, they were relieving themselves on somebody's fence. And I just thought to myself, why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing? If you want to take a whiz, that's fine. Maybe you could go around the back of the house. Might be a little bit more inconspicuous. I don't know. Or just wait until you get home. Or I don't know where the guy was coming from, but if he had just left his house, why didn't he just do it there? That was quite interesting. That was quite interesting for sure. And it's like, what are you doing? Why'd you do this? Why having a whiz right there where people can see you? Because people drive, that's a busy road. People drive up and down it. Cars, buses, etc., driving up and down there, and they can just glance down there and see somebody up against the fence, taking a wizzle. You think, what are you doing? It was just, very, very interesting for sure. That is it for this episode of Luke Who's Talking. Don't forget, you can email me, lukewho'stalkingpod@gmail.com. You can find us on the Facebooks and we're on Twitter. The podcast is on Stitcher, iTunes, Overcast app, wherever you get your podcasts from. We're probably there. If we're not, as I say, send me an email, tweet us, whatever, and I will investigate where the email is. I will investigate and try and get the podcast on your chosen podcast listening service. Anyway, I will catch you next time. See you later.